I had like a traffic cone in my room for 4 years because it was just like, oh, like somebody brought it here drunk. And then it was like, well, I'm not going to give away a traffic cone. Like I can't just throw out this traffic cone. She's like, let me get your number and give you my number. She writes her number down on a piece of something.
With a heart or something?
No, and she kisses it.
Oh my God.
Oh, Robbie. Oh, Robbie.
My God.
Not today, pal. Not today.
Hey, Emily.
Hi.
What do you want to start with? We could do the cup. We could do a little memory lane. We could do a sweet and sour. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm like glancing at this sweet and sour, and I'd like to read it.
Let's do it.
Let's just not even talk about it and just do it. Okay.
Let's get into it.
It's titled Babysitter Tattoo.
Okay, and here's just so you know, I might stop you in between because when you read the whole thing, sometimes I forget what goes on in the beginning.
Do I go too
no,
fast?
it's not you.
Oh.
It's like, you didn't write it.
Okay.
I just
No, but
forget
I read
sometimes.
fast.
No, it's good.
Hey, Rob and Jamie. I have a 7-month-old son. Recently, his babysitter got a huge tattoo on her back with his name and birthday. I had told her a small one with his nickname would be okay, but this is just way too personal. I'm his mother and I don't even have a tattoo for him. I feel super uncomfortable about this. I'm thankful that he has someone in his life that loves him so much, but this is going too far. What would you do in this situation? Thanks, Mommy. Kristen from Denver.
I would not watch The Hand That Rocks the Cradle if I were you. Don't watch that movie.
I don't like this at all. It's super weird to me. Look, I have spoken very honestly about this before, like with friends on podcasts, whatever. It was a learning curve for me about nannies. Like I had this fear that like my kid would want my nanny over me. I would like not let my nanny hold my baby for a long time. Like I was a psycho. So there's a lot of hormones going on and just like a lot of stuff. But if my nanny came home with a huge tattoo of my child's name and birth date, I would be worried to leave my child in their care and like that they wouldn't run off with my kid.
I'd want to move.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable with this. I'm so sorry, Kristen. Like I know how hard it is to find good childcare and find somebody that you know loves your child, but this feels uncomfortable.
Just to take the other side, since we try and do sweet and sour
You must,
or whatever,
because I'm very far the other way right now.
So am I. I'm on that plan. I can't
You
even.
You can check me right now if I'm being off
I'm not.
base.
I'm just trying to say the only way you could shed light on the other direction is if this is someone who's covered in tattoos. It might make it a little, because to me, I have no tattoos.
She wrote the word huge. Like if the baby's name is Nicholas and she puts like Nikki.
Oh,
like,
we have a photo. Oh
let me
my
see.
God. Thank you. Who is this? Kristen? Thank you, Kristen. You listened. Oh, wow. She's not covered in tattoos.
It's a baby feet.
Oh, and the toes are like curled.
Feet. It takes up her entire shoulder blade. What are those at the bottom? Pumpkins?
I think they're flowers. I thought they were scribbles
Pumpkins?
At first.
Terrible tattoo artist.
Wow, that is...
Wow, that's huge. That's huge. Look, it seems to me like this nanny is attaching herself to the love of this baby, which is like nothing else, in a way where maybe this is filling some void for her. I think she's going to have serious regret over this tattoo.
Oh, see, I think someone who's crazy enough to do that will never regret that tattoo.
Really?
I think she will never regret that because she's a lunatic.
Wow.
Right? Like, how could you... I don't know. That seems fucking crazy to me.
Okay,
oh, here we go. We got zoomed up.
Muffin Man with his nickname. Muffin Man, that's what she calls him. That would piss me off.
Yeah.
Right.
Zoom up on that.
That would just
shit.
piss me off in general if my nanny had like that level of like nickname tattooed on her.
What? So you crossed out the actual name? Is that what we crossed out?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Muffin Man.
Creepy.
That's fucking... Yeah, I wouldn't be okay. And then, like, imagine the second that she shows you that and then you're in the car and you have to be like, okay, let's go to my house now. Or, like, you're in your own home. That is fucking wild. You got to watch Hand That Rocks the Cradle. But can you Google Hand That Rocks the Cradle and just read the, like, summary of the movie, please? When she was assaulted by her doctor, Claire Bartel, Annabelle Sciorra, reported him to the police, and rather than go to prison for the crime, he killed himself. Wow, I didn't remember that about it. The shock of the accusation and suicide caused the doctor's pregnant wife, Peyton, to have a miscarriage. Driven mad with rage, Peyton poses as a nanny for the Bartell family. Her plan to tear Claire's life apart,
Now I kind of want to watch the movie.
seduce her husband, Matt McCoy, and eventually murder the woman she blames for ruining her life. Wow. That kid's name, Muffin Man. That's fucking. Oof. I don't like. I feel like we got to do something. Are we just supposed to go on with the pod now? Should we call the
She
local
might as well
authorities?
be sleeping with the woman's husband.
Where's she from? It says
at this
Denver.
point. Denver.
Yeah. So okay,
Kristen,
Jamie.
are you okay?
Okay, Jamie. Let's say you had a nanny. This happens. What's the next step?
I make Cutter talk to her.
Which is just you're fired.
Yep.
And is it that day?
That night when she goes home.
Right, you call
Or
up and say.
before she
and-
goes
and
home,
What
before
should
she
he
goes
say?
home. While we appreciate like how much you
Your
like,
dedication.
you love our child
Well, Muffin Man.
and your help, like I hope you can understand this just like doesn't sit well with us. It's, you know, we want you to love him and care for him and have your own relationship and bond with him, but like to tattoo him so profoundly on your back forever just feels like oddly intimate.
Because think about this. We've been friends for over 25 years.
You're not on my body anywhere.
Could you imagine I showed up and I was like, look at my new back tattoo, Jamie. And it said
What would
like
it say,
Bo,
Jamie Lee?
or it said like Bo and Jack with with like people playing baseball inside of a house and a mom screaming at them. You know what I mean? Like that's like the constant thing going on at your house. They want to play baseball inside, and you're like, no, it has to be outside.
But by the
And
way,
then-
no, I'm letting them play inside, just in another fucking room, like not
know.
in like the room where I am.
it would be a little less crazy if I got your name tattooed on me somewhere really small, like Jamie Lee. It would be.
That would be
it would
so
still
sweet.
be.
Ooh,
it would
Cutter
be a
wouldn't like.
little
I don't know
weird.
if Cutter would like that.
Oh, I think Cutter wouldn't mind.
You don't think?
No,
Let's
because
ask him.
I think he gets our relationship the same way
He
Kasim
does.
did. Because
He
when
does.
before Kasim ever met you, he was like, you and Jamie like must have a thing, like the way that like you talk about her and the way that like you guys like enjoy each other's company, whatever. The first time he spent time with me and you, he was like, I was totally wrong.
I
Like,
get
and
it.
it's like, yeah, I don't
You
think
get it.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's anybody who hangs out around us, even people who watch his podcast, like they just get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I don't think he would be like, oh, that's crazy, Rob. But I think he would be like, dude, you only have one tattoo and it's Jamie's name on your arm. Like, why do you? But like, really, if I got like, yeah, look, Jack and Bo on my shoulder, like that would be. Imagine.
Yeah, but even that I'm fine with. You're not alone with them. You're not like I'm not leaving them in your care all the time where I'm worried that you're oddly obsessed with my
Jamie,
children.
what would the conversation be if I came over your house next Sunday to watch
you
football?
know I would cry and be like, you love them so much.
100%. But what's the conversation when I walk out the door?
That from me, it's still probably not from Cutter. He'll talk shit about you, but I would not.
I think you would both be like, Rob's never had a tattoo before, and all of a sudden
know,
he has
you
the
know
kid's
me.
name.
I would be like, he loves them so much, but you would never do that. So what are we having this conversation?
right. That's
for?
why it's so insane.
Yeah.
Phew. Wow, she really, Kristen. I just hope you're all right, because that lady. I don't know. I think she's like in the movie. It's basically she wants to kill Kristen and become the mom. That's crazy. I would.
Pray
You know what
for
I would
Muffin
do?
Man.
I would push her as much as possible to be like, hey, you like. I would be setting her up with guys.
No, she's not coming back in the house. This is not okay.
Okay, but just push her into like guys, or like you should be like, oh, you should have like she needs somewhere else to place her love.
This baby is 7 months old. He's not even giving anything. Like this baby has barely even begun to like smile, recognize, reach for, give you the love that like you get. Like this is uncomfortable and weird. He's still a blob. And and this woman feels inclined to tattoo him on her body.
And by the way, just in case we didn't make this clear, only tattoo on that woman's body that we saw.
Yeah,
There
there were
was
no other
no
ones on
other
the back.
tattoos in that
I mean,
photo.
I doubt this is her first. That was a large ass tattoo. That's hours.
I don't know. Something about the toes being curled on the foot make it crazy too.
It's very personal. There was a photo that was referenced for sure. Those are his feet. Those are not like some random baby feet. Those are Muffin Man's feet.
Right. By the way, you know, me and Annie have talked about that. When we jerk off, we do that with our foot. We cramp our foot, right,
You
Annie?
talked about that with each other?
That's what we talk about. Yeah, when the camera shot.
No, I think we might have talked about it on a pod somewhere, like on your mom's house or something. But it was like,
Really?
But listen, it's like twice a year when like it just randomly happens. Sometimes like when you're jerking off, like I'll like cramp my foot just
And
for
it
like
only happens twice a year.
It's just for like more sensation.
And
You know
you're
when we're
like,
talking
oh,
about
it's that time of year again.
Watch,
where my toes curl.
I'm gonna find where we talked about it.
This
It
is
might have
so
been like YMH
strange.
Live or
Find
some
me the
shit.
tape, man. Find
Yeah,
me the
yeah.
tape.
Of course. And then when I find the tape, you're gonna be like, yo, I knew the tape was there. I was just fucking around. Everything with Annie, it's like
What do
a
you mean?
never ending.
Annie's who finds the tape.
Yeah, yeah. You find the tape. Do we have a memory lane? This is Chad's first time producing, so I'm really gonna throw everything. You know, we have to
Yeah,
throw.
man, do
Yeah.
it. Do it. We
Excuse
sure
me
do.
too. I am very injured. I have an injured hand that I've been cradling. I don't know if you've noticed in the videos at home.
Thoughts and prayers.
I'm gonna need another compilation video, please. I'm gonna need
Thoughts and
some-
prayers. Go ahead.
some
Well, now you got to
A-list
tell the
celebrities.
story.
I banged it on a doorknob, and you know you get that like funny bone, like
It's
fuck.
Traubin.
It's Traubin.
It's Traubin.
It's Traubin, and it's been hours and still Traubin.
Still Traubin.
Still Traubin.
Well, thoughts and prayers with Jamie.
WTF? What's happening? Also, my hands look mad old lately. Anyway,
You were just so New York right there. I miss New York, Jamie.
she's here.
I know. She doesn't always, you know. I see Mom Jamie a lot, man. Here we go, memory lane.
Okay. Remind me of when I was young and had a hand that worked. I know this.
Oh, wow.
I know this.
Oh, Jamie, you look beautiful.
Thank you. This is the Emmys.
Yeah.
That's Catherine Narducci hugging us. This is at the HBO party at the Pacific Design Center, 2008 or 7.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I would. I wouldn't say 8. I'm gonna go. I agree with all that stuff. It's the HBO party. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
You look like
That's
you're.
my favorite dress I've ever worn in my life. And it was the one year we were late to the Emmys and we missed the whole red carpet.
I never did the red carpet anyway.
But we were together and we got there late. It was like we were all
Why were we
together.
late?
I think the cars were late picking us up. It was some drama.
You remember the first time we ever went and we all took a bus together?
Yeah, that was
was
fun.
fucking a New Jersey Transit
Yes.
bus. You know, you look like you're in like a wedding gown commercial. You know what I mean? Or like an
Yeah,
ad for a
like
wedding,
a
like
can't
that
thank
look,
you.
the like over the shoulder
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So what year did we get a year?
Did we right? Were we right?
2007.
2006, 58th
Oh.
Emmys HBO After Party, LA.
Here we are.
Yeah, yeah.
What a night.
Look like a baby. I am drinking.
You are focused on something.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
Kathy
if it's
Narducci.
Kathy's forehead or someone behind her, but you are laser focused on something.
Well, there's other pictures. Can
Also,
you?
the white of your eyes are very white. You know, it's so crazy. So when you're on like a hit show, the amount of, and you're actually making like a lot of money consistently, and you finally have job security, and you're working, and you're flowing, and it's all good. The amount of free shit that gets sent to you, and the amount of like, just, it's wild that like the more you make, the freer everything becomes.
Yeah, you know, like, cause I was like a
It's not
hoarder.
fair.
I was a hoarder when I was in like my whole life, but up until like 28 or 30, whatever, and got sober and like watched stuff about minimalism and you let stuff go. But I was watching these people who were talking about it, and they were basically saying that like when you grow up poor, and people give you stuff, the thought of like giving it away or like not holding on to it is like foreign to you, no matter what it is. Like I had like a traffic cone in my room for 4 years because it was just like, oh, like somebody brought it here drunk, and then it was like, well, I'm not gonna give away a traffic cone. Like I can't just throw out this traffic cone because like I just had that mentality in my
Yeah.
head where now like I've told you, I forget who. Oh, it was when Cassim got me a birthday gift. And like, as soon as I took it out of the box, I was like, can I throw the box away? And he was like, yes, I know you need to throw the box away. You know,
have
that's
to
how
throw
like
it away.
my
That's
mentality is
crazy.
just like cleaning. I got to clean
Yes.
the stuff out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I
Yes.
never, when they said that, I was like, wow, that really rings true of
Yeah.
like, I don't know anyone growing up where it was like they would just give stuff away, no matter what it was.
No.
It was even if you asked someone for like toilet paper, like they wouldn't give you like a roll of toilet paper. You know what I mean? Like a neighbor living in a building,
Right.
they would give you like a bunch of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Like here, I'm still holding on to half that fucking roll, and you're like, Jesus. Right now, it's just like, you know, you try and live in a way of like you. As soon as I get something and I'm like, oh, this is not for
Same.
my life. It's like, who can I give this to? You know, who would enjoy
Same.
this? You want to go in the
Yes,
cup?
I'm going.
Oh, that's Tom Segura's question, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh, you don't like this. Oh, wow. I don't know what it's going to be.
Why are black people so loud?
Go ahead.
Whoa, quiet down,
I
buddy.
mean, I feel like I'm so loud, so I don't have a leg to stand on answering this question.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand that.
You know what's great? No matter how we answer this question, we can't get fired, which is
Because
cool.
the boss wrote it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's no way.
I don't understand that stereotype. Meaning, like, I've never noticed that.
You've never gone to a movie?
I've gone to many movies.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just,
Explain
what?
what you're talking about.
Listen, black people aren't loud, Tom. That's racist.
That's
Exactly.
racist, Tom.
Yeah.
You need a button there.
Yeah,
That's
Tom,
racist,
there you
Tom.
go.
That's crazy, dude.
That's racist, dude. You can't be doing that. Trying to throw us under the bus. He thought about this question for a long time too, and then Annie walked in and he was like, "Shh, shh, shh." Are there? Do we have another? You want to go in there again?
Sure. Top 3 crushes you've ever had. Okay. So they were all in my youth because, like, I really haven't had crushes in my adult life, but I was obsessed with Luke Perry. Like, had a full-length poster on my bedroom door. So when I closed my door, he was doing this. Like, had a hand behind his head and the other hand, like, reaching forward. Like,
Almost the Al Bundy.
yeah, the Al Bundy.
Yeah.
Al Bundy was like when he grabbed his crotch, I thought always.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so he was before that was Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then
JTT.
who's the last one I had a massive crush on?
Leo Titanic. Usually, girls who liked
No.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas went to Leo.
Yeah,
I feel like,
I could see. I
after.
mean, Leo Titanic was something. And but I liked Leo Romeo and Juliet more than Leo Titanic. Him and Romeo and Juliet was everything. But then I think my next one was I went through a Jake Gyllenhaal phase for a little while. I had a pretty
So
big
that was
crush on him.
older, right?
Yeah, like early 20s.
Did you ever meet him?
I've met him before.
And
Yeah.
Were you like shaking?
No,
the knees?
by that point I was like past my crush. But I was like,
Really?
oh, look, oh, wow, he's like cute and nice in person. That would have been, he's a great guy.
See, I don't think it ever goes away. Like Jennifer Love-Hewitt's like a 40-year-old mother of however many right now. If she walked in the door, I'm on the
Have
floor.
we talked about your obsession with Jennifer Love-Hewitt?
You know what's funny? I wrote the question top 3 crushes, and in my head I'm like, I only know one because everybody
Rob
else after Jennifer Love-Hewitt seemed like no one.
Was obsessed to the point where I'll just say this and then you take it from here. I don't know how it happened, but like Rob got some this is Sopranos is already airing. A set visit with her and like she treated you like a prince and like you spent a day. You tell the story, but
Hell
like
yeah,
I
dude.
remember being like this bitch because I was I was like, you know, like who's this girl like, you know, leading my baby on, you know, like, and she's like kind of my age, right, or a little older than me. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And when I saw her, the best part was she was so short. Oh, I had no idea. I thought she was gonna be like taller than me. She was like 5 nuttin',
Yeah, she's a itty bitty.
and I was nuttin'.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
Oh my god, she was so.
So how did that happen?
So I think what happened was I did an interview with somebody like for Sopranos, and they were like, "Oh, are there any actors you like look up to?" And I was like, "No." Like, what kind of stupid fucking question is that? I didn't care about like actors or whatever. And they're like, "There's nobody who you like admire this." And I was like, well, "I am in love with Jennifer Love Hewitt." And I was like, I was like, if anybody ever feels the way about me that I feel about Jennifer Love-Hewitt, my whole career is fucking worth it, or like some shit I
Yeah.
said. And my manager called me like a couple days later and was like, and like again, there's like that Hollywood shit of who knows how it really happened, but it was like they said that like Jennifer Love-Hewitt saw the article, spoke to her manager, who spoke to my manager, and was like, "Why are you smiling so
I
big?"
love it so much. It was such an innocent time.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I was a virgin. I think I was like 13 or
You were a
whatever.
baby.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, who's this girl
Oh
like
my
leading
God.
on my baby? This is not okay.
So she says to her manager or whatever, like, yeah, I want to meet. That's what they said. I'm sure it was like her manager wanted to set it up or something, but there was no like photo op or nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it was real that she read it and whatever. So she was working. She was doing her show, Time of Your Life. She was filming at the Guggenheim Museum. And I live close to the Guggenheim. And they're like, hey, if you want to come to the Guggenheim Museum at 5 o'clock, like she'll be here or whatever. So I roll up to the Guggenheim at like whatever, 4:45. And I bring Rex, my best friend. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to meet Jennifer Love-Hewitt. Like we're waiting around. And then all of a sudden, like they were like, oh, she's 5 minutes like to set or whatever. And I grab Rex. I'm like, yo, we got to get out of here. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I was like, we got to bail. I was like, I just, like, at the last second, I started being like, because it was like the set and everything was going on. I was like, yo,
Was
I
he
can't.
into her too, or he was just along for the ride?
I mean,
for you?
everybody was, but not like
Right,
me.
right,
Like, like, I had my
This
entire
is like I know
wall-
what you did last summer era.
Yeah.
Like this was when she was like peak, like she was it.
My whole wall was plastered with her
Yes.
photos.
Pictures,
Yeah,
yes.
and I didn't even need to use tape to put them up there. You know what I mean? So I go to so then I'm like, yo, let's get out of here. And I literally go to like get a cab. And all of a sudden she's like, Robert? And I turn around and she's fucking there. And everything for the next 6 hours, I don't even.
Yeah, you were there for a long
I was
time.
on ecstasy. It was like being on ecstasy. And so the first thing she does is she comes over, hi, whatever. And she's like, oh, I have to go in hair and makeup now. If you don't mind like sitting with me in hair and makeup and we could talk or whatever. I'm like, yeah, sure. So we go into hair and makeup for like an hour. Well, why do you have that face
I
on?
don't know. It's still pissing me off for some
Yeah,
reason.
you seem mad. Why are you mad at Jennifer Love-Hewitt for
don't
making a
know.
boy's dream come
I
true?
don't know. She's lovely. I'm just pissing me off. Go ahead.
Come on, we gotta unpack this.
I don't know.
We gotta
I
know why
can't-
you're mad at
I-
Jennifer
I'll
Love-Hewitt.
think
As I'm
about it.
saying this,
Keep
your
telling
face
your
is like, you look
story.
like rage. You look like I'm playing baseball in your house. Chill out, dude. Why are you so mad?
I don't know. Keep going. I'll think about it.
So we're sitting in her hair and makeup thing for like an hour talking. She could not have been sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable, perfect. So then she goes, I got to get changed. They need to put me in a dress because it's like a special dress, it's like a ball gown. And like, if you don't mind like stepping out for a minute, we're like, of course. So I go outside.
It was like a
and,
red dress, wasn't it? I feel like
How
I
do you
remember because I
remember
remember
this?
the photo you bringing to work,
Whoa,
being like,
you
"Look."
hated her. So I put, we go outside and me and Rex are just looking at each other. Like now he's fully in love with her like
Yeah.
I am. She's just like unreal. And I say to Rex, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. All of a sudden the door opens and she comes out in a full fucking ball gown. If we could find this picture, Chad, you got a job here forever. If you could find Jennifer Love-Hewitt, time of your life. It says she's 5'2". She is not 5'2". Jennifer Love-Hewitt, time of your life, red dress. That would be insane if they have her in it. No, go ahead. You could scroll down. Scroll down. Keep going. Keep going.
It was like a ball gown.
Yeah, it was like a full-on ball gown. No, but oh my God, her cleavage was the best thing I've ever seen. She is the hottest. She is incredible. So, yeah, can you try and keep finding it? So then, damn, I can't look away. This is like my kryptonite, dude. Oh my God. Did I mention she's such a sweetheart? So, oh man, do I?
Let's see it.
So then she's like, okay, we take pictures and we take like 2 pictures, me and her. And then we take a picture where she's kissing me on the cheek. And I'm like, through the roof. We go to set. She works for whatever hours or whatever. And then she's like, oh, like, she said whatever, like, I got to go. And she's like, let me get your number and give you my number. She writes her number down on a piece of something.
With a heart or something.
No, and she kisses it.
Oh my God.
Oh, Robbie. Oh, Robbie.
my God.
And she kisses it, and it's the lipstick. And I remember it was
I
on
don't
like
like
a
it.
neon
I
pale.
don't like it.
Come on, give us why. You can't just keep saying you don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know. It just feels like
Yeah.
Just playing into like, I know you're in love with me and I'm going to kiss this paper.
She was making my dream come true. Can you go to the second photo? By the way, I had that one on my wall, the one on that all the way on the left that says "Time of Your Life" where she's in the jacket. Had that on my wall. Yeah, so that red dress right there, she looks incredible. But it's the picture of the one to the left of that where I had that on my wall. And then the girl who I was dating at the time fucking hated Jennifer Love-Hewitt because I had all of her pictures on my wall. So now Jennifer Love-Hewitt. Because of the thing, so now like 2 weeks go by. Not only do I have her number on a little piece of paper, that thing, but I made other copies in case I ever lost that copy. So I took like 4 pieces of paper and wrote her number on it and put it in like different places. So I was like, I could never make sure I never lose this. I didn't have a cell phone.
Her?
I didn't have a cell phone at the time. So I one day finally, I'm alone I couldn't have it with anybody around. I'm alone in my place. I dialed her number.
What made you just think that today's the day? I need to know this.
Well, because every morning I was like, is today the day? You know, and finally I was like,
so
fuck
one day
it.
you just gained the courage.
Yeah, I don't know. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. And by the way, just try, I don't think that it could ever be on the internet, but try Robert Eiler, Jennifer Love-Hewitt. I don't think it's going to show up. It's going to be like a fucking, what do you call those? The restraining order. The quote was, I've never seen a woman half as beautiful as Jennifer Love-Hewitt.
That's what it says right
there.
there?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look, Robert Eiler. I've never seen a woman half as beautiful. By the way.
I'm not half as beautiful as her.
True. Listen, you're married, you have kids. I don't see you that way, Jamie. I still got you, J-Love.
Look how many like illustrations they have with your quote. This is
yeah,
so
that is
weird.
very strange. I didn't make those. I promise.
Who did?
So I call, and she's like, "Hello." Hang up. I hung up.
And that was it.
No. Then I called back, and I was like, "Hey, I just called you." I was like, "So we must have got disconnected or something."
Oh my God, this is the lamest you've ever been.
so
it was with Jennifer
cringy.
Love-Hewitt. And then what did you guys
my
have, like
God.
a phone call? You were like, hey, it's Rob?
Full on like hour and a half phone.
No!
phone
Why are you
conversation.
having an hour and a half phone call with a
it
13-year-old?
was
This
the-
is my problem.
It was the most I had ever walked at the time.
This is
I'm just
you were
pacing my whole thing.
Pacing.
And then finally
Is
at the
that
end,
it?
no. And then finally
Oh.
at the end, she's like, "Hey, I gotta go. I'm ready for work and whatever." And I was like, "Okay, this." And then she's like, "Yeah, give me a call sometime." And I never called her again. But when guys that she dated went on like Howard Stern and talked about her, they would say that like, so I think it was like Wilmer Valderrama or something was out at a club. And he saw whoever it was, like Jeff Cronin or one of these other guys that she had been dating, but like they didn't know because it wasn't like the days of you Google everything.
Was
and
that
this.
the guy from LFO?
Yeah, Chinese food make me sick. And so he had
Abercrombie and Fitch.
yeah, Chinese food make me sick. He had a ring on, and they had the same ring on. And Wilmer Valderrama was like, "Oh shit, we have the same ring or whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, my girl got it for me." And he's like, "Oh, me too." And it was both Jennifer Love-Hewitt. Yeah. So
Repeat offender.
yeah, but it was at the same time.
She was dating them at the same time?
She was dating a bunch of dudes at the same time.
Wow.
By the way, she
is having the time of her life.
she gave me the time of my life without even doing anything. Just smile. Oh my God. Thank God.
I don't think if like a young boy had a crush on me, I would like entertain it by talking to him for an hour.
Yeah,
and a
you're
half
cold.
on the phone.
You're cold-hearted.
Okay.
See, that's why you banged your hand into
Take
the
it.
door.
This is my
You
karma.
deserve it. Yeah,
This is my karma.
God punished you. There were guys who had crushes on you back in the
Yeah,
day.
she
And what
probably
did you
has
do?
beautiful young looking hands still.
Oh, she does. Angelic. She is.
Wow.
To me, 10 out of 10.
I don't know why this bothers me so much, but it does. Nothing against her. I hear she's lovely. We have mutual
She is.
friends. But yeah.
And by the way, still to this day, I think if she walked in the door, it would get ugly. Where like I wouldn't be able to chill.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't because I'm just.
Why
it
don't
was
you
like,
DM her? You can borrow my Instagram and DM her from me.
Because that's the whole thing. I don't want to.
Because
Like,
that way I can watch the combo.
does it? When people always talk about like meeting celebrities, I don't want to meet anybody. Like, if you were like in the next room is like the best celebrity ever, or this, I don't want to meet anyone. Like,
Right.
I just don't. But
Who
especially
does?
like, well, you have a friend who I had a crush on for a long time.
Like, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Who's truly one of the most beautiful women in the entire world, inside and out. She's the best.
One of the most beautiful women ever. Can you Google Emmanuel and then just put CH and then whatever crazy letters come up after that? That's her.
Shrieky. Her last name is Shrieky. CHRIQUI.
Yo. Oh my God. Dude, when she was at your wedding, I was just
She's
like,
the best.
my God.
She is the best.
She is
She's the best.
And by the way, can I just tell you something? I'm a face guy. Like, what are you shaking your head for, Annie?
Just enjoying.
You don't get a better face than Emmanuel.
I mean, that is
To me, she is the most beautiful woman in the world.
But like there were times where I'd come over to your crib and she'd just be sitting on the couch and I'd be like, motherfucker. Like it was stressful.
You're like that about her, and you're like that about Minka too.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, was it Kasim then?
Yeah.
Kasim was weird about Minka when I mentioned her. Yeah.
Minka. Well, here's the thing.
Well, Minka's stunning as well.
Minka's beautiful, but I met Minka when I was 38. Like, there's nobody who now would get me. You know what I mean? Like, Emmanuel got me because I was fucking
right. You okay?
20 the first time I saw her, so I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Where like
Yeah.
I looked at it like, oh my God, this like higher than where now. Like, there's no one I could meet.
No one
where I'd be
impresses
like,
you now.
Not like I'm not impressed, but nowhere where I'd be like, whoa. Like I
Really?
walked, but no. It's still that like it's the like childhood thing of like, oh my God. And it was also like, you know, everyone loved Entourage. I loved Entourage. She
Yeah.
was like the Entourage girl. You know, it
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
she was are you feeling Emmanuel? What are you thinking about Emmanuel? What are we talking here?
What the fuck kind of question? Of course, yeah. I'm
Jesus, you
feeling
can't
that.
say fucking anything to this guy. Forget it, Annie. I'm
What?
sorry for asking you a question. I'm like,
I'm agreeing with
No
you.
one is ever going to
oh,
argue about
I thought
that.
you were like, what kind of question is that? Like, you're, okay. I was like, well, I can't say anything to you anymore. Damn it, Annie.
You're never going to get an
agreeing
argument
with you.
about that.
Yeah, boy. Anybody not feeling her back there? Heather?
No, she's hot.
I mean, yeah, yeah, I know. There were like, and that
Well,
was,
no. While we're all having a conversation then there with the booth, do any of you feel like it's a tad weird to have an hour and a half conversation with a 13-year-old boy?
If the 13-year-old boy,
Like,
thank you.
no?
nah, because it's a boy. If
Yeah.
it was a girl, yeah.
And I was a
But an
stud.
hour and a half? Like, I understand like a 10-minute, 15-minute conversation, like cute, like an hour and a half?
I think it's
bet that was
super
a-
weird.
I bet that was a pretty
Thank
cool
you.
hour and a
Super
half.
weird.
Oh, it was
Thank
the
you.
best hour.
I mean,
and
it
a half
depends.
ever.
Am I the boy? Then it's fine.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, what if you're not the boy?
It is weird.
Okay.
Guys, can you guys throw out top 3 crushes you've ever had? Who are we talking back there? Can we get some names?
I only have one, and it was Britney Spears when I was a kid.
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
Britney Spears was my chick for sure.
Wow, I never for 1 second, like we used to go to Suede, she'd be there. It didn't even, she'd walk
No?
right by me.
Really?
Nothing.
She's a tiny little one too.
Yeah, I just never saw.
I honestly think, you know, it's probably the same for me. Like, that's what I was watching MTV
Sure.
fucking music videos all the time. So I feel like I just saw her all the time, and she was the hot
Yeah.
chick at the time. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Can we
it
get
was
some
her,
other
and I'd
names
be
back there?
One of my first ones was Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, I
Okay.
like that one. She was gorgeous.
Yeah, look at the stuff. Isn't it sweet?
her little seashell bra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know, I played Belle in Beauty and the Beast. Nick Jonas played Chip when I was Belle. He was
Oh,
my little
really?
Chip. Mm-hmm.
I came to see you when you did that. Wow, I didn't know.
He used to like draw me pictures backstage in the show. You know, he was like 8 years old. He was so cute.
Yeah, and you just fucking ignore him all the time because that's what you're supposed to do.
I
right?
said,
As
thank
a-
you for the picture, sweet boy. And I walked away. I didn't give him scented or kissed pieces of paper and my phone number.
Sent it. Okay, we'll do real quick. Who knows less about Sopranos?
Okay.
And if it's no good, we could just not. So we have, or we could just skip it for this episode. Do it next time. Yeah, we'll save it for next time.
Okay.
We're out of here, guys. Thank you for listening. Don't be creepy, guy
Jennifer
or girl.
Love-Hewitt, I think you're great. I love you.
I think you're
I
great.
know we have mutual friends. I know
She's never gonna
no
see
beef
this.
here.
Don't
Oh yeah,
worry.
you'll never see this. Forget
No,
it. Who
she has like a
cares?
life now and kids.
I
She
thought it
doesn't
was
care.
creepy. I don't like it.